So you're thinking of moving to Jasper County, South Carolina, whether it's Ridgeland, South Carolina, or Hardeeville, South Carolina, you are in the right place. Today we are going to go inside my computer and I'm going to show you around on the map so you can learn a little bit more about Jasper County, South Carolina. Let's get started. Do you want to know everything there is to know about the South Carolina Low Country, whether it's Bluffton, Beaufort, Hilton Head Island, or Jasper County? Then subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know everything about the current market in the South Carolina Low Country. My name is David Simcox, host of Low Country Lifestyles and a local realtor. I get calls and emails every day from people just like you and you and you and you looking to make their move to the South Carolina Low Country, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're making your move in 3 days or 3 months, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or book a Zoom call, all in the description below so I can help you find your low country lifestyle. Today, we are jumping into Jasper County, South Carolina. All right, so I am going to take you inside my screen now and show you a little bit about Jasper County. So Jasper County is, let me grab my drawing tool here. Jasper County is this area that is defined, you can kind of see it outlined in red here, these dotted red lines here. And Jasper County is actually the southernmost county in the state of South Carolina. And on the south side of Jasper County right here, you've got Savannah, Georgia. And the border between Georgia and South Carolina here is the Savannah River. So that's actually pretty cool because sometimes you'll get some neat like river properties over here on the South Carolina side over here by Hardeeville. And the two main cities or towns are really the only two in Jasper County is Ridgeland right here, and that is called the town of Ridgeland, and also the city of Hardeeville. And Jasper County is kind of a unique place because it's kind of caught in between the old and the new. So historically, Jasper County was really a rural county. Think hunting, fishing, four-wheelers, that sort of thing. And there's a big logging industry. And if you kind of zoom in, I mean, you can kind of see all this green space. That's a lot of pine forests. And so, you had a little bit of development right here around Ridgeland and a little bit right around Hardeeville. But really the bigger areas that people think of in this vicinity are outside of Jasper County. So like everybody has heard of like Hilton Head Island, which is one of the biggest tourist destinations. Also like Beaufort is where the Marine Corps basic training is, right there at Parris Island. And then also Bluffton is one of the fastest growing areas right here. Bluffton, you can see, is just outside, but Jasper County is kind of the little rural neighbor of all this, bigger things here, Bluffton and Hilton Head. And you've got Ridgeland and you've got Hardeeville. The major developments, well, let's talk about the roads first. So the main thoroughfare, as you can see, obviously is I-95, which runs right smack dab through the middle of Jasper County, right through Ridgeland, right down through Hardeeville, and then on into Georgia and heading down to South Florida. And if you kept going up this way, you're going to New York. So there's a lot of, interstate traffic that comes through here. You also have this road here, which is 278, which goes through Jasper County a little bit, and then it goes into Beaufort County and goes through Bluffton and goes out here to Hilton Head, which is obviously a very, very major tourist destination. And then you've got this little road here, which is called May River Road, which runs on the south side of Bluffton. And it does cross into Jasper County right down here. and heads down towards the Savannah National Wildlife Refuge, which is really a cool park to drive through, and then heads down into Savannah. So those are some of the main roads. You've got 321, which is a more rural road that runs up through Tillman, Tarboro, Pineland, and these are not actual towns. These are unincorporated areas. So, if you lived in Tillman or Tarboro or Pineland, Ridgeland would still be kind of your primary address there. So let's talk about traditionally. So traditionally, your housing would be centered around like Ridgeland and downtown Hardeeville. And the inventory around there, these areas were built out like in the 1950s and even before. So you're going to see a lot of older housing inventory in these areas with a few new construction houses popping up. And then same thing in Hardeeville, there's a lot of older housing inventory. People are doing some rehabs, some flips, things like that. But then there are some major developments happening in Jasper County. I would say the first one, if I go over here to Zillow, which everyone has, you can see right here, this area in here it says Hilton Head Lakes, but what it is actually Latitude Margaritaville, which is a Jimmy Buffett inspired active adult community. And if you want to Google that or look that up, it's Margaritaville, Latitude by Margaritaville, and they've got all kinds of pools and activities and music and outdoor events. And it's really an incredible lifestyle, kind of recreating the South Florida theme with pastel colors and that sort of thing. And it's pretty neat. The other area is like this. You can see there's a few more new construction up here right across the street, and that's over at Hilton Head Lakes, and there's a few different developers in there that are selling. And like I always say, if you're going to go new construction, make sure you have a buyer's agent representing you, because the sales reps work for the builder, not you. Even though they're nice people and we all love them, they don't represent you. And then same thing over here across Argent, you've got Riverton Point, all new construction, golf community. And then the other really big community around this area is, let me grab my drawing tool, is Sun City. So Sun City is one of the largest active adult communities on the East Coast. And it's, similar to Margaritaville. So it's like in this area, and they've got, hundreds of millions of dollars in amenities and active adult activities, and you have to be over 55 to live in there. But you'll see some of it is here on the south side, which is actually Beaufort County, but then some of it is here on the north side, and they actually just bought a piece of land over here, so they're going to be building another, I think, 3,000 or 4,000 houses. So it is definitely growing into Jasper County. And then there's some other ones that are popping up. The Argent Lake Track is what they're calling it, and D.R. Horton and a bunch of them are all kind of getting in on the action, and they've bought up a bunch of land, and there's going to be like another, I think, 5,000 or 6,000 houses going in the Argent Lake Track. So in Jasper County, there's all kinds of inventory. If you get over here to like downtown Ridgeland, you're going to see there's probably some, like here's an older house, right? This is 77 Purdy Street, listed at $498. This is a house built in 1972, which is, pretty common for like this downtown Ridgeland area. You're going to see a lot of that older inventory. Same thing, if I went right downtown Hardeeville, you're probably going to see, a little bit older. We'll see that's new construction. So that one, maybe not so much, but right around here, you've got some kind of older homes. And then, you also have like some really cool river houses, like right here on the Savannah River. Check this out. This is like $825,000 house with a dock on the Savannah River. That's a pretty sweet deal. All right, so let's talk about schools. So let's say, for instance, you did buy, well, let's not look at that. Let's say you did buy something in Jasper County. Everybody wants to know about the schools, and Zillow makes this publicly available. So you go down to the bottom of Zillow, and here's your school ratings. So you can see Hardyville Elementary is rated a 3 out of 10, Ridgeland Middle School is a 3 out of 10, and Ridgeland High School is a 1 out of 10. So you can do with that information as you please. There are other schools available in Jasper County. So for instance, if for some reason those school ratings were not up to your satisfaction, there are some options in Ridgeland. There is Thomas Hayward Academy is a private school, and there is, let's see, right out here, there's another one out here called Step of Faith, which I'm not sure why it's not showing that. There's Step of Faith is a private school out here, and there's also another school called Legacy Christian Academy right here on Bees Creek Road, and also Step of Faith. That was another one. So Step of Faith is another little private school. All three of those are fairly affordable private education alternatives if for some reason you don't find the school ratings up to your standards, which that's a personal choice for everyone. And we talked about the neighborhoods, we talked about the schools, let's talk about some parks. And there are some pretty cool parks. So you've got like Blue Heron Nature Trail right here in Ridgeland, downtown Ridgeland, and they've got a big fountain out in the middle, as you can see, and they've got walking trails all around it. And they actually set up a Christmas display with lights that you can walk around during the Christmas season. It's pretty neat. Sergeant Jasper Park is right down here, and it's right off the exit over here, kind of by Latitude, Margaritaville. And they've got some disc golf course out there, which is pretty cool. So if you're into disc golf, that's a pretty neat place to go. And then you've got the Savannah National Wildlife Refuge, which is super cool to drive through and see a bunch of alligators and that sort of thing. Let's talk about another thing here, which everybody loves, which is golf. And we're just going to kind of focus on the Jasper County, because these that you're seeing over here on my screen, these are all over in Bluffton and Beaufort County. So, but Riverton Point, that's Jasper County. The golf at Hilton Head Lakes, that's again right across the street. So if we were looking at right down here, that is all Latitude Margaritaville, and this side up here is all Hilton Head Lakes. And they've got some kind of like reciprocity going between these two communities. So the folks that live at the Latitude Margaritaville can use Hilton Head Lakes. I think they've got some kind of discount for them to use that course. And then other courses like in Ridgeland, there's one called Sergeant Jasper Golf Course. I don't know if it'll show up on here. The locals call it the Sarge. Here it is. Sergeant Jasper Golf Course. It's a little 9-hole golf course. And it's fun. I mean, it's never crowded. It's out in the country. It's kind of a unique, it used to be the place to be. My wife's grandma's like in her 90s, and she remembers like hanging out there, and they had a pool, and that was the place to be in Ridgeland back in the day. And then there's another golf course, which is pretty interesting. This is Congaree, and you're probably not going to get to play there, but it's actually like this private golf course that's owned by a billionaire. I think he's out of Texas or somewhere. And it's so pretty that they actually have had a couple of PGA Tour events there. And I actually went out to it, and it was really awesome. And it's right in the middle of a pine forest, and you would never expect to see this. Like, you can see this, it looks like the Garden of Eden, right in the middle of a pine forest. And like I said, they're having some PGA Tour events out there now. And I also heard that they extended the little local Ridgeland Airport runway so those guys could land their private jets, which is kind of cool. Airports, getting to and from this area. Ridgeland does have its own little municipal airport, and they actually have a glider club there, which is pretty cool. And I've actually rented a little airplanes and gone up and kind of toured around, but it's just like a little municipal airport. It's nothing, you're not going to really like fly in and out of there unless you're a pilot. So the nearest airports to like Jasper County, which is Ridgeland and Hardeeville, would be the Savannah Hilton Head Airport, which, you know, from Ridgeland, you're only about maybe 20 minutes away. And Savannah Hilton Head Airport was voted best small airport in the country by somebody. I don't remember who it was. And then you also have the Hilton Head Island Airport, which is a little bit more of a regional airport. They've got some direct flights to some of the main feeder communities, Ohio and New York and places like that, but not as many direct flights as Savannah Hilton Head. And then a slightly larger option would be to go up here to Charleston International Airport. They're going to have a lot more direct flights throughout the United States. So, and then let's take a look at boat ramps, because fishing and boating is a huge thing in Jasper County. So if I go to Hardeeville and Ridgeland, right, these are our main areas. You've got boat ramps here on the, grab my drawing tool, on the Savannah River. So that is one of the options for boating. And then you also have these boat ramps over here on this side of Jasper County, Bowlin Hall. And actually, if I zoomed in a little bit more, you'll see there's a lot more options here. So right here along 462, there we go, Salzburg Landing, you've got Bowlin Hall, and there's a couple more actually along here that they're not showing, but there's a ton of boating options right here in Jasper County. And then you've got a few here on the Savannah River as well. And the only other thing that I would mention about Jasper County is, if you were, a lot of people that are, you know, thinking about moving to Jasper County, whether it's Ridgeland or Hardeeville, they're usually looking at like they're comparing Ridgeland, Hardeeville, Bluffton, Beaufort's over here, and Hilton Head's over here. But Jasper County has a slightly higher property tax currently. Now, everything could change in the future, but right now, a little bit higher property tax in Jasper County as opposed to Beaufort County, where these other cities are located. So something to keep in mind. So anyway, hopefully you learned a little something today on the map tour, and I enjoyed spending some time with you. And as always, if I can help in any way, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or book a Zoom call, all in the description below. And I will do my best to help you find your low country lifestyle.